here we are, home at last.
Oh, you put me down. Oh God, I forgot how awful this place looks.
Now don't start that again. It's not so bad, considering what we paid for it. I'll try and find the break.
Everything's so filthy.
Ah.
It'll take weeks to get this place in order.
But darling, we've got weeks. We got all the time in the world.
Still think we should have stayed at Auntie Vera's until we got this place done up a bit.
Nonsense. Surely it's better we're here. We can get the important places cleaned up first.
The kitchen, the bathroom, in here.
Not forgetting the bedroom.
Behave.
Why should I? Apart from that weekend in Seattle when we were both still reeling from the wedding, I behaved like a monk. We've been under the eagle eye of Auntie Vera ever since. I'm fed up of behavior. Give us a kiss.
Not until we've got this place cleaned up. I feel filthy already. This furniture makes my flesh creep.
How dare you? You're talking about the new Maddocks family heirlooms here.
It'll have to go.
We'll have to use some of it. We can't exactly afford to refit the whole house, can we?
But it's disgusting. The lot of it. Why we had to buy it, I'll never know.
It came with the house. You might be surprised. There could be some valuable antiques here.
Firewood. The lot of it. If it's not too damp to catch light.
Well, we'll have to make the best of it. Then buy new as and when we can afford it. At least we got a new bed.
Yes, I can tell the way your mind works.
Right. Where do we start?
Where indeed. You take the cases into the bedroom while I see if I can get the water heater lit. It's going to take gallons of hot water and a year's supply of Ajax to get through this lot.
Right. The water heater's through there.
I know where it is roughly. I just hope I don't get lost in all the cobwebs. If I don't come back in 10 minutes, send in a search party. Oh, it's disgusting out here.
Found it?
What?
The water heater. Have you found it?
Oh, yes, I found it. At least I think it's the water heater.
Don't blow us up, will you?
Doesn't look as if it's been touched in centuries.
What?
The water heater. It's all rusted over. I could barely get the valve to shift.
Did it light?
No chance. We'll have to get someone in. Oh, God, I'm filthy.
I'll have to look at it later.
You can look all you want. You're not going to get it lit.
You're talking to repairman extraordinaire here. Come on.
Maybe, but even if repairman extraordinaire does manage to shift the valve, he's not going to get it going without any matches, is he?
Ah, no matches. That could be a problem.
Oh, we must have been mad about this place.
Now, Vicky, don't start all that again.
Do you think we'll ever get it fixed up?
Of course we will. Come on, cheer up.
It's falling to bits.
A couple days and you won't even recognize the place. Come on, how about another kiss?
You're filthy.
I only wanted a kiss.
I meant your face.
Come on, let's get started.
You must have been mad.
You already said that.
Normal couples buy nice new condos.
Vicky, we've been through all of this. We can't afford to buy a nice new condo. Now, come on.
Even waiting for a tract house would have been better than this.
What is the matter with you?
How long did the estate agent say this house has been empty for?
About 20 years. Why?
Exactly.
What?
Why? That's what I'd like to know. Why has it been empty for so long?
I don't know.
Perhaps we should have asked.
It's a bit late for second thoughts now.
I knew it was too good to be true. I know this place is run down and damp now, but it can't have been this bad for 20 years, can it?
No, but we got it out
So
of...
why was it going so cheap?
What does it matter? We managed to get it and...
Because no one else wanted it, that's why.
You don't know that.
Then why didn't someone else buy it? Answer me that. You said yourself how cheap it was.
Well, it's a bit far from the shops and the schools and so on.
Not if you've got a car.
That sort of thing puts a lot of people off.
It didn't put us off.
No, I know, but... What is it, Vicky? You're happy enough when we looked around it, and happy enough when we bought it. Why the sudden change of heart?
I don't know. Just a feeling.
A feeling? What sort of feeling?
I don't know. I can't explain it.
Oh, you're just tired after the journey. You'll be okay tomorrow.
Maybe. This place just makes me shiver.
Well, it wouldn't if you got the heater going.
It's not the cold. It's just
You didn't get the shivers when we looked around, or at least if you did, you didn't say so.
It was different. This place seems different.
Looks exactly the same to me. How is it different?
I don't know, just an is. I've never realized how dark the rooms are.
Dark? Oh, it's not dark. Anyway, it's gone 7 already. It gets dark quicker in the country.
Let's leave, Rick.
What?
Let's leave now, this minute.
Vicky, you're being ridiculous. This is our home.
It's a house, it isn't a home.
It will be. I promise. Our home.
You could sell it again.
Sell it? Even if I wanted to. And I don't. How could we? As you pointed out, it's already been on the market for the last 20 years, so we're hardly likely to sell it again overnight.
I don't care, I just want to leave. We can go back to Vera's. Please, Rick.
This is stupid, Vicky. This is our house. It took ages to get a mortgage on it and for those blasted lawyers to get their act together. And I'm damned if I'm just gonna walk out of it because you're afraid of the dark.
Don't you love me?
What the hell does that got to do with it?
If you love me, you'll take me away now.
No, you're being totally irrational.
I'm not. I hate it here.
You hate it? Not 10 minutes ago you were sitting in the car planning on what color wallpaper you wanted. And now you hate it.
It's different.
Give me one rational reason why you're doing this, Vicky. Just one.
I told you.
You've told me nothing. I've always looked on you as sensible and level-headed. In the 10 minutes since we walked in here, you've changed into a gibbering idiot. And the only reason you've managed to come up with is that it's getting dark and cold and you feel uneasy. Never seen this side of you before. And I can't say I like it.
Do you think I do?
Then pull yourself together and stop being so stupid.
Please, Rick.
I'm sorry, darling. I didn't mean it.
So am I.
Come and sit down and explain it all to me.
I can't explain it. I don't know.
Just tell me what you feel. Anything.
It's difficult to explain. I was okay when we first came in, and the same in the kitchen, but then when I came in here, I just felt
What?
cold is the only word to describe it.
But I told you. It's getting late, and the place is damp. And these old houses have drafts.
No, you just don't get it, do you? It's not that sort of cold. There was no draft. The cold was sudden. It was okay 1 minute, and then suddenly I felt this cold, sort of damp and clammy.
Vicky, there's nothing wrong with this house. You're used to a centrally heated modern studio. The place has been empty for 20 years. No heat, no fresh air, nothing. It's bound to feel cold and
But
clammy.
it wasn't just that.
And you were all excited and ready to move in. And, well, just look at the place. Even I've forgotten how run down it is.
Yes, I suppose.
Let's get that heater going and see if we can get some heat on, and you won't know the place.
We haven't gotten matches, remember?
No. Never mind. I spotted a liquor store in the village. You start cleaning up in here, and I'll just drive down there and get some.
No!
What?
I'm not staying here alone!
Vicky, I'll only be 5 minutes.
Please, Rick!
All right. I'll start cleaning up, and you get the matches.
We could both go.
What are you afraid of, ghosts?
I don't know.
Well, if we both go, then we'll never get unpacked. Now, off you go. Get some matches and a bottle of brandy or something. Maybe it will calm your nerves.
Will you be okay?
Go. If I meet any headless nuns, I'll call Ghostbusters.
Don't even joke about it.
Will you go? Wow, that had all the passion of wet lettuce.
Sorry, Rick.
See you in 5 minutes. And don't forget the brandy. No. Damn. Quite like that. Don't do that! You gave me the fright of my life!
I repeat, who are you?
I might ask you the same question.
Get out of my house at once!
What?
You heard me.
Your house, but this is my house.
Who are you?
I'm Richard Maddocks, and this is my house.
Oh, you're not one of those squatters, are you?
No, I'm not, and I hardly think you're in any
You'll have
position-
to leave.
Me?
Now!
I can assure you that I have no intention of leaving. Perhaps you'd better leave.
Impossible.
There's the door.
You can't stay here.
Now look here, whatever
You
your name is.
can't stay. This is my house.
This is ridiculous. I don't know what your game is,
I
but
don't play games.
whatever it is, I can assure you that this is my house. Bought and paid for, and I'm not leaving.
We'll see about that.
Yes, we will. I shall call the police and see what they think.
The phone's disconnected.
Then when my wife comes back, I shall call them from the village.
At least that means you'll leave.
Don't believe this. You claim this is your house.
I don't claim it is my house.
Then would you like to explain why I have the deeds registered with my city hall, why I have the keys to the door, why the estate agent in the village...
Eastwood woman?
Yes, why?
Don't believe anything she says. She's been trying to sell this house for the last 20 years.
Trying to sell it? Wait, you mean it wasn't for sale?
No, I told you it's mine.
But the lawyers, the searches, how do you explain those?
I don't know. That's hardly my problem.
You've owned this house for 20 years?
22.
But surely, I mean, you don't look old enough.
I wear well.
This can't be happening.
Did you say you were married?
What?
Did you say you were married?
What's that got to do with it?
Tell me.
Yes, I am, as a matter of fact, but I don't see how...
Where is she?
Vicky?
Is that her name?
She's gone into the village.
Don't like it.
What?
Vicky. It's an awful name.
I happen to like it.
It's a child's name.
Look, I don't know what my wife's name has got to do with anything.
How
I
long
want
will she be?
Only a few minutes. Why?
Well, I thought that we could get to know each other better.
Look, miss,
Mrs.
I really don't think that what about your husband?
He's not here. He went away.
Even so, my wife could be back in any minute.
Frightened of me?
No, of course not. It's
Most
just,
men are.
are they?
Terrified. And I can't see why. Can you?
You know, that sounds like Vicky now. I'd better go and help her with matches. Darling, you're back at last.
What do you mean at last? It's only just down the road.
This is... Oh,
What?
she was here a minute ago.
Who was?
This woman.
What woman?
There's a woman here. She reckons she owns the house.
She what?
What the hell is she up to now? Hello? Hello? Mrs. Hello? Where are you?
Rick, what's going on?
She's not there.
Who isn't there?
I told you, this woman.
What woman?
This woman. She came in just after you left. She told me to get out of her house.
Her house?
Yes.
Didn't you tell her it was ours?
Yes, of course I did, but she said she's been living here for the last 22 years.
That's ridiculous.
That's what I said.
Who is she?
I don't know. She never said her name. She was married, though.
How do you know?
I called her Miss, and she corrected me to Mrs.
Well, was her husband with her?
No. She said he'd gone away. And the way she acted.
Why? What did she do?
Well, one minute she was threatening to throw me out, and then all of a sudden she started coming on strong, like she fancied me or something.
She what?
It's just as well you came back when you did.
And then she ran off.
She must have, but she's not in the house. Unless there's a secret room we don't know about.
Hardly. With only 4 rooms in the place, it'd be hard to hide. Do you think we should call the police?
And tell them what? I wonder if it's possible.
What?
What if she's right? What if we're the trespassers?
That's ridiculous. They did all those searches and things. And the estate agent?
She told me that Mrs. Eastwood had been trying to sell the house for the past 20 years.
So she told us that too.
But this woman said it wasn't for sale. Maybe Mrs. Eastwood and Mr. Sharp. God, doesn't bear thinking about.
I can't believe an estate agent and a lawyer would put together some elaborate plot to sell us this dilapidated old place.
You read about these
But
things.
that's crazy. Anyway, who would you believe? an estate agent with several branches and a partner in a law firm, or some cranky woman who shows up out of the blue, claims she owns our house, tries to seduce you, and then runs off like a scared rabbit as soon as I come back.
All right, point taken. It's just that she was so believable.
Most con artists are. I think we should report this to the police, don't you?
Well, yes, I suppose so.
We have to, Rick. She may be dangerous.
Yes, I know, but maybe we should check with Mrs. Eastwood first, just to be absolutely sure.
I think we should phone the police now. She can't have gone far. Maybe they can find her.
Out here? She could be anywhere. And I don't suppose there's a police station in the village anyway. No, let's wait till morning.
All right, you think it's best?
One good thing, though.
What?
At least you started calling it our house again. 10 minutes ago, you wanted to leave.
Yes, I'm sorry, darling. Maybe you were right. I was tired. This place just seems so cold and intimidating.
And now?
No problem. I'm not cold anymore. What was that?
Sounds like she's back.
Oh! Is this the one?
Her? You're joking! I wouldn't want her to seduce me.
I can assure you I have no intention of seducing you.
Who are you?
I ask you the same question.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
How did you get the key to our house?
Oh, this is exciting. I've never actually seen you before. After the photograph comes out, you want to take some more?
Yes, we do! This place is full of cranks.
Did the estate agent give you that key?
No, I mean, you arrived tonight, did you?
Yes, about 10 minutes ago. And ever since, it's been like a grand central station. How many more people just come and go as they please in this place? It's more like a timeshare than it is a home.
Look, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Are you trying to tell me that you bought this place?
Very good, you're catching on.
Oh, I really had no idea it had been sold. You must accept my deepest apologies. I'm Charlotte Meadoway, Charlotte Swift.
Pleased to meet you, Mrs. Swift.
It's, Miss, actually, but you can call me Charlotte.
Rick Maddocks. This is Vicky.
Pleased to meet you. And here, your key. I really had no idea that anyone was moving in.
Didn't you notice the light was on?
Oh, yes, of course I did, but that's not unusual. The light's often...
Oh, I suppose that's Mrs. Whatever her name is. Does she use your key, or does she have one of her own?
You've seen her?
Yes, she was here a few minutes ago.
Is she still here?
No, she ran off as soon as I came back.
What about her husband? Was he here too?
No. Why?
I must be off. Lovely to have met you both. I'll leave you two in peace. Sorry to intrude.
Wait, do you know this woman?
No, I don't know her. I mean, I've never seen her.
And what did you come here for?
I was just getting an eye on the place, that's all. But if you're here, I'll be off.
Wait! I wonder who she was.
God knows. At least she didn't try and throw us out.
Or seduce you.
Ah, don't be disgusting.
Oh, I see. So it's all right for this other one to have to go at you, but not that one.
Quite right. Well, we better get unpacked so we can get a good night's sleep tonight.
Rick, I've gone cold.
So there you are. Where the hell did you get to? This is my wife, Vicky. You never did say what your name was.
Jessica.
Rick, what?
Right. Now, before you dash off again, I want to explain once and
Rick,
for all.
stop it! You're making me nervous. What are you doing?
I'm trying to explain to Jessica here that we bought this house.
Rick, there's nobody there.
Vicky, what are you talking about?
If this is supposed to be some sort of joke, Rick, it isn't very funny.
Joke? I don't understand.
Woo, she's getting cross, Ricky.
Don't call me Ricky.
Why not? It's better than Vicky.
I did.
Ricky.
You didn't what?
Call you Ricky. I hate that name.
Then I shall always use it.
I was talking to her.
Stop it, Rick.
Stop what, for God's sakes?
Just because I got nervous before, there's no need to play jokes on me.
Jokes? Vicky, what the hell are you talking about?
I don't like it, Rick. You may think it's hilariously funny, but I don't.
What are you going on about?
You're gonna be so cruel, you can damn well sleep on your own tonight. I'm going to unpack.
Vicky!
You still don't understand.
understand, do you, Ricky?
Don't you talk to me. Can't you see what trouble you cause?
I told you Vicky was a child's name. She even behaves like one.
Just leave her out of it.
How did you two end up together? Vicky and Ricky, Ricky and Vicky. Surely you could have done better than that.
It's got nothing to do with you.
Oh, but it has. This is my house, remember?
Once and for all,
And I do have to take care of my guests.
Would you
don't I?
stop that? My wife's in the bedroom.
I don't care.
Well, I do.
Come and sit with me.
No, I think you better go.
Go
Now,
where? This is my home.
go wherever it is you went to last time.
I didn't go anywhere. I was here the entire time.
Here? But I didn't
You are
see you.
very slow, aren't you?
Am I?
Very. Vicky wasn't lying before, you know.
Lying? What about?
When she said there was nobody here,
What are you talking about?
she can't see me.
Can't?
And this house has been empty for the last 20 years,
But I thought you said that it was...
ever since I died. I take it you don't believe in ghosts.
Ghosts! I know.
I was born 53 years ago. Don't you think I look young for my age?
This is ridiculous. You're no ghost. Ghosts do things like...
What, walking through walls? Wandering around clanking chains? Carrying their heads under their arms? I'm afraid not. What you see is what you get.
But I can feel you, touch you.
And I can feel and touch you, too. Nice.
But you're warm. Ghosts are supposed to be cold.
I think you'll find them far from cold.
Look, who the hell are you?
You are being tiresome, Ricky. Can't you believe what your eyes are telling you?
I believe you're trying to pull some fast one. I don't know what you're after. but-
Company! That's what I'm after. Have you any idea what it's like being trapped in this house for the last 20 years and not seeing anybody? You should be flattered. You're the first one I materialized to.
What do you want?
You, for starters.
No, stop that.
All right. I'll prove it to you if you don't believe me. Call her out.
What?
Your wife. What's her name?
Vicky.
Yes. Call her out. I'll show you.
What are you going to do to her?
Nothing. I promise she won't even know I'm here. Just call her out. Tell her you're sorry. Don't say anything to me or about me. I give you my word. If she can see me, I'll go away right now and never come back. But if she can't, well then I guess you'll know I'm right, won't you?
Right. I will. Vicky,
What?
come out for a minute.
No!
Oh, please?
Not until you apologize.
All right. I'm sorry. Please come out here.
Well,
I'm sorry, darling. I didn't mean to upset you.
you knew I was frightened.
Forgive me.
See? She doesn't even know I'm here.
Promise not to do it again.
I promise.
I promise. Dreadful skirt.
What?
That draft, it went right up my skirt.
Vicky,
Hmm?
do you believe in ghosts?
Oh, dangerous, Ricky. Very, very dangerous.
Don't start that again, you promise.
Oh, no. I wasn't starting anything. I was just wondering, with you being so nervous and everything, whether that was what you're frightened of.
I don't know what I was frightened of. I was just aware of an atmosphere, cold and threatening.
They're not cold.
What?
Ghosts? That's what I've read when people have claimed to have seen ghosts, that is.
Well, that's what I felt. But maybe it's like you said, just tiredness and drafts.
Yes. Do you feel cold now?
No. Yes, Rick, I feel it again.
Just a draft, Vicky. That's all. I felt it too.
Liar.
Yes. Better now?
Convinced? I'm warm if I like you and very, very cold if I don't. And I don't like her. She's a wimp. Get rid of her. Go on, send her out. Then we can be alone. I can quite easily frighten the pants right off of her if I want. Some moving furniture, a few cold breaths, anything. very good. I've had 20 years experience.
Well, perhaps we better get on with unpacking.
That's all right, darling. Are you coming?
No, he's not, little girl. He's staying right here with me.
I'll be in a few minutes. I'll try to get the heater going.
Easy. You only had to say.
What was that?
It sounded like the...
Rick? What is it? Rick?
It was the heater. It's come on.
That's ridiculous. Rick, I'm getting that feeling again.
Oh, no, it's all right. I had a go at it when you were at the liquor store. The timer must have clicked in.
Very good, Ricky. You do think fast.
I tried it before you got back, but, well, it seems to be okay now. Go on. Off you go.
Yes. Off you go, Victoria. Ricky and I have some unfinished business.
Don't be too long. Perhaps we can have a proper honeymoon night.
Aye, Ricky, you play your cards right. You could be in there.
Right. 10 minutes at the most.
Believe me now?
Either that or I'm going loopy.
You're as sane as you ever were. Not that that's anything to go by.
What do you mean?
However did you manage to get saddled with a drip like that?
Vicky?
Yes, Vicky!
What have you got against her?
Everything. I don't
Why?
like her.
Why? What has she ever done to you?
Moved into my house, for one thing.
Even if it is your house, Vicky wasn't to know.
That's no excuse. And those clothes. So old-fashioned. I think her skirt's like 6 inches past her knees.
It's you that's old-fashioned.
Me.
Yes, you. Mini skirts went out years ago.
Did they? Oh, that's a shame. Glad I'm not alive today. Do you think I have nice legs?
Oh, yes.
Come and sit next to me. Now what's the matter?
Vicky.
Oh, not her again.
She is my wife. I love her.
I don't like her. Can't we just forget about her?
Does that mean you don't like me either?
Oh, no. I like you very much. I have totally different plans for you.
Stop that. Behave.
Why should I? 20 years is a long time, you know. It's nice to have a man around again. I'm a hot-blooded woman.
You were, you mean?
I still am, because you would only realize if you'd stop trying to resist.
What about your husband?
What about him?
What would he think of you carrying on like this?
Him? How the hell should I know? I've not seen him in 20 years.
Is he still alive?
No, he died the same time as me.
Is he here too?
Well, if he is, I've never seen him. And even if I could, I hardly think he'd be in a position to object.
Why?
Because throughout the 3 years we called our marriage, he had a long succession of girlfriends.
He did?
Yes, he did. And now I've got a chance to get my own back.
Get off! What the hell do you think you're doing?
I can make you like me.
What do you mean?
It's easy. Same way I can make you feel hot. Or cold. It's a sort of hypnosis. I can make you do anything I want. Anything at all. It's no challenge.
What?
It's no fun at all. I want you to want me for yourself.
When will
Of
you...
your own free will.
When will you get into your thick head? I'm married.
When will you get it into your thick head that I don't care?
Oh, you're a moron.
I'm entitled to be.
Shh! Bring Vicky out.
I won't bring her out. She can't hear me, remember? But yes, let's have a bit of fun. Call her out.
No.
Do as I say.
Vicky, come out for a minute.
What, now?
Say nothing and come and sit here.
You calling me?
Yes,
Well?
Tell her I'm here.
she's here, Vicky.
What? Who's here?
Jessica.
Who's Jessica?
The one I told you about. The one who claims she owns the...
I do own it.
The one who owns the house.
Rick,
She's here.
you've been at the brandy I bought.
No, I haven't.
This isn't very funny, Rick.
I'm not trying to be funny, Vicky. She's here, sitting on my knee.
What?
She's a ghost.
I prefer spirit myself, but
Why are you doing this?
tell her you'll prove it to her.
I'll prove it to you.
This should be very interesting. Rick, what?
It's all right, Vicky. She's not gonna hurt you.
Yet.
Where is she?
I should have thought that was obvious. I'm over here, Vicky, making love to your husband.
I told you, she's sitting on my knee.
Get away from her, Rick, please!
I'd like to, Vicky. Honestly, I wouldn't. Oh, hello.
Hello? Is that all you can say? Hello?
Why? What?
Come for my things.
What things?
My clothes! I'm going back to Vera.
Your what?
You heard.
This is a joke, right?
If it is, it's about as funny as last night.
Vicky, will you tell me what the hell you're talking about?
Don't pull that innocent shit with me, Rick.
Vicky! Vicky!
What?
Tell me, whatever I've done, I'll apologize, but I honestly can't remember what it is.
You really don't remember?
No.
What do you remember about last night?
Well, I remember you going out to the liquor store for something, and then you came back, and I must have dozed off.
So you don't remember her?
Her?
Our visitor.
Visitor? Oh, yes, I do remember. Now, what was her name? Charlotte, that's it.
Not her.
Not her?
What about our other visitor?
Other visitor?
Rick, if I'd wanted a parrot, I would have bought one.
Parrot?
For God's sake, Rick! What about the other visitor?
I don't remember any other visitor. Vicky, are you trying to tell me that I lost my memory or blacked out or something?
I only wish I was.
Remind me.
Jessica!
Jessica! Yes!
So you do remember?
Some of it, yes. My God, I thought it was a dream.
Is she here now?
No?
Go and check the rest of the house.
Do I have to?
Yes, you do.
Will you come with me?
No, I can't see her, remember? Go on! Well,
No sign of her.
is she... Are you sure she's not in here?
No, I told you. Why?
Suddenly went cold.
Probably a draft.
Don't start that again. Every time I went cold last night, she was here.
Well, if she is, I can't see her.
What are we going to do, Rick?
Where did you sleep last night?
The swan in the village?
I still can't remember what happened. How did I come to be sleeping here?
You sure you're not making all of this up?
Positive. Tell me what happened.
This Jessica, had some sort of hold over you. You behaved like a complete pig.
Did you see her?
No, but I saw what she was doing to you.
What did I do?
Not so much what you did, more what she did.
Well, are you going to tell me or not?
You said she was sitting on your knee. Next thing I know, your clothes were coming off all on their own.
You mean she... Well, then what happened?
I don't know, I was scared stiff. I just ran, got in the car and headed off as fast as I could.
Yes, I vaguely remember that. Thanks for deserting me.
You didn't seem as though you wanted to leave. Marvelous, isn't it? Married 6 weeks and my husband goes off with someone I can't even see.
I didn't go off with her. She seems to have some sort of hypnotic control. It's very difficult to resist her.
So you can remember what happened.
Bits keep coming back to me, like I dreamt them.
Did you and she... You know?
No, we didn't.
At least I don't think we did.
What does she want?
Me, from what she was saying.
You?
Her husband was apparently a bit of a womanizer. She wants revenge.
She's chosen you as the instrument.
So it seems.
Where do I fit into this little mess?
You don't. She doesn't like you.
The feeling is mutual.
I wish I knew what to do.
We've got to get out, Rick.
We can't. This is our house. Our dream.
Looks like your dream is turning into my nightmare.
Very poetic.
We've got to get out. Now. Perhaps we could go into the village and find a priest. They're supposed to know about these things, aren't they? Perhaps he could do an exorcism to get her out.
I refuse to be driven out of my house by a dead person.
We've got to, Rick. I don't know what sort of control she had over you last night, but it terrifies me. She could get you to do anything. I'd never be safe.
Vicky, you know I never do anything to hurt you.
But she would. We've got to go get help. Put your shirt on.
Well, how about we go to the estate agent and see if anyone else has ever seen anything here?
They'll think you're mad.
Well, we could go to the library and find out a bit more about the place. That could help the priest.
All right, but come on, let's get out.
Stop!
Come on, Rick, what?
You didn't think I'd let you go, did you?
Vicky, it's her. She's here.
Come on then.
I can't. I can't move.
Of course you can move, Ricky. Just not that.
Rick, what's going on?
I can't get out, Vicky. She won't let me. You go. Get out while you can.
I am not letting her have you.
Don't upset her. You don't know what she can do.
Where are you, bitch?
Woo, Victoria. Not very ladylike, is it?
Leave her alone, damn you.
Too late. I'm already
Where is
damned.
she?
Don't hurt her.
Don't worry. She's not worth the effort.
Rick, speak to me. Where is she?
By the door.
Look, I don't know who you are, and I don't honestly give a damn.
Vicky, don't. You don't know what...
Let her speak, Ricky. It amuses me.
If you think I'm going to give up my husband and our house to some trollop, then you've got another thing coming. I'll fight you all the way, I swear I will.
Oh, fight me with what? I could swat you like a fly.
So, leave us alone if you know what's good for you.
Now, she's starting to bore me. I'll see you later, darling. Don't go away, would you?
I don't know how I'll fight you, but I will. There must be a way, and sooner or later I'll find it.
She's gone.
Where?
Out there. Wherever she goes.
Go and check. Come on then, before she gets back.
I can't, Vicky. I just can't.
Fight it, Rick. There's nothing there. You must believe that.
I do believe it. I can see there's nothing there, but I still can't move.
Come on, let's try the back way.
It's no use, Vicky. I'm stuck here.
What about the windows?
You know that won't work as well as I do. You'll have to get help on your own.
That's exactly what she wants. I'm not leaving here without you.
And I suppose we'll just have to wait and see what she does next. If only the phones were connected, we could call someone for help.
Like who?
I don't know. I really don't.
There must be something we can do.
Any suggestions?
Look around. Maybe we could find some papers or diaries or anything.
What for?
I don't know. Maybe it could give us a clue as to who she is. It helps what we know if we know what we're dealing with. Maybe if we find out a little bit more about her, it can help us to persuade her to let us go.
Some hope.
It's better than just sitting around moping. Come on, look over there. Anything?
Nothing. You?
What's this? The Spirit World, Paranormal Explained by Walter Stein. I wonder
What is it?
what it says. A book about the paranormal. Listen to this. Stein is an outspoken authority on the world of spirits and the supernatural. His books have challenged the beliefs of traditional psychics and mediums, but the results of his methods are without equal.
I've never heard of him.
Why should we have heard of him?
Well, it's a bit suspicious finding in here.
Why is it? This house is haunted. It's probably had hundreds of cranks crawling all over it. Anyone could have left it.
Perhaps she left it here. Jessica.
Why?
How should I know? Maybe it's a trap.
We're already trapped. Chapter 9, The Exorcism. There is no evidence that the traditional exorcism as practiced by the clergy over the past few centuries is effective. On many occasions, the result has been to enrage the presence.
Presents.
He probably means the ghost. Where the exorcism has been effective, the results are seldom permanent, so that sometimes within a period of hours, the presence returns, frequently stronger.
I think he's telling us not to dabble. Perhaps we should listen.
Shh! I'm only reading. I didn't say I was going to do anything. An effective and permanent method involves the waving of a cross in a room frequented by the presence. At the same time, the person waving the cross must recant 3 times, and 3 times only. In the name of this cross and the power within, spirit return to whence it came.
What a load of rot.
How do you know?
You don't actually believe all that, do you?
If you had asked me 2 days ago, I would have said no. Today I'm not so sure.
Put it down, Vicky. You don't know what you're playing with.
We need a cross.
Vicky, I thought you said you weren't going to do anything.
It says here that a cross can be fashioned out of any suitable material at hand. Even cross sticks will do.
Sounds like one of those old vampire movies.
These will do.
Vicky, you can't.
What choice do we have? Now. In the name of this cross and the power within, spirit return to whence you came. In the name of this cross and the power within, spirit return to whence you came.
Stop!
In the name of this cross and the power within, spirit return to whence you came.
Something's happening.
What? Tell me, is she gone?
Not exactly.
Then what?
She's not very pleased.
Serves her right.
Why did you have to go and mess with shit you don't understand?
You can't say you didn't deserve it.
None of us deserve this.
Is she getting upset?
You could say that.
Does serve her right.
Why, you stupid little bitch, why couldn't you just leave it alone?
Who are these people, Jesse?
Hello, Ronnie.
Who on earth are you?
Vicky, who the hell are you talking to?
Ricky, this is my husband, Ronnie.
Hi, pleased to
What
meet
are you talking
Look,
about?
Jesse.
What are you talking about? Who's this?
Who?
She means him.
Who?
Him!
Who are they?
Don't you start.
Don't who start?
What?
This is ridiculous.
What is?
What is what?
What?
Can't you see what you've done?
Who?
Who what?
You stay out of this. I'll explain everything.
I wish someone
You
would.
wish someone would what? Rick, what's going on?
You stay out of this. She's going to explain everything.
You mean she's still here?
Can't you tell her to shut up, for God's sakes?
Yes.
But who's her?
Where did you get that book?
Found it over there. Why? Is it yours?
No, it isn't. Why did you have to go and meddle in things you don't understand?
Why? What?
That incantation.
We were just trying to get rid of you. You mustn't take it personally. We just wanted our house back.
But you haven't got it, have you?
Well, no, but as they say, nothing ventured.
You tried to get rid of your troubles and all you succeeded in doing was doubling them.
Doubling them? I don't understand.
Rick, what?
Shh.
Jesse.
Rick, please come here.
All your little incantation managed to achieve is to materialize my poor, dear, departed husband.
What?
Only you can't see him.
You mean he's here? Now? Can you see him?
Yes, unfortunately. And what's worse, it appears your dear wife can also see him.
Vicky?
What? What are you saying? What did she say? And don't you dare shush me!
You're not going to believe this.
Try me.
Your little incantation, it failed.
So I gathered. But I intend to try again, believe me.
No, don't do that for heaven's sake. You'll make things
If
worse.
that's
How
possible.
could I make things worse?
You already have. You materialized her husband.
What?
You've
I
materialized.
heard what you said. So, this is
Pleased to meet you. I'm Ronnie.
likewise, I'm sure.
What?
He's very polite.
You don't know him like I do.
What?
What?
Go on, tell her the rest.
Seems your incantation.
Less of this your was your idea too.
Mine?
Ours then!
Alright. Our incantation has made it so you can see and hear him. As you already know, I can see and hear her. But I can't see or hear him, and you can't see or hear her.
Can we see each other?
Of course we can, you pathetic little moron! How else would I know he was here?
Your language hasn't improved, has it?
Piss off, Ronnie!
Yes, apparently they can't.
You're a ghost.
So it would seem.
I thought you were scared of ghosts.
So did I before.
Before what?
Before I met one in the flesh.
I want to talk to you.
And I to you, Jessie dear.
And don't call me Jessie. I hated it when I was alive, and
You haven't improved.
I still hate it.
Sorry,
Are
Jessie.
you getting all this?
Not really, you.
No, half of it, but it doesn't make sense.
Nor the other half. What have we done?
Well, I'm glad you find this amusing, Vicky. You may not be able to see me, but I can make life very unpleasant for you if I want to.
You leave her alone!
Wow, it seems I have two champions. Is she threatening me?
Yes. Yes. Now look here, Jessie.
We need to talk.
Excuse us. We need to talk.
Don't let us keep you. We'll just head off down to the pub.
I can't, remember?
You, Jessica, wherever you are, will you let me have my husband for an hour or two?
No, I won't.
No, she won't.
Let them go, Jessie.
We'll come back, honestly. This is our house after all.
I'm not letting him go, not until we decide what to do.
Looks like we're stuck here, Vicky.
You may be, I'm not.
Stop her.
How?
Just think it.
What's the matter, Vicky? I thought you were leaving.
Damn you, you bitch, wherever you are!
Woo! See what you've married, Ricky? Hardly the demure little wife, is she?
No.
Now to deal with you.
What I want to know is what the hell is going on.
You've been materialized, my darling.
Is that good?
Bad. That's bad.
I'm shattered. What time is it?
10:15.
Thanks. What year is it?
1986. Now listen.
1986?
Yes, you've been dead for 20 years.
I have?
Yes, and up until now you were dead and gone. Now thanks to these two do-it-yourself psychics, you're dead and back again.
You've not changed much in 20 years.
No, nor have you. You're still as disgusting as you ever were.
Looks like they're having a domestic dispute.
Yes, I feel like I'm crying. I'd leave if I could.
Can't you two shut up?
Why should we? It's our house.
Their house. Did you sell up?
No, I didn't. As far as the living are concerned, this house is empty and has been ever since we died. I've always managed to keep away anybody who's ever shown any interest until now. Some bangs, some crashes, some flashing lights, plus a cold breeze or two has been enough. It did attract the occasional ghost hunter over the years, but if you keep quiet, they get bored and they go away.
But it obviously didn't work with these two, did it?
What didn't?
What didn't what?
Don't start that again. No, as you point out, it didn't. And all because I was lonely and fed up and wanted a man in my life again.
Jessie, darling, you should have called me.
I said a man, not a pig.
Why did you have to do it? There I was, peacefully minding my own
We
business.
can't hear you.
Why did you have to do it? There I was, peacefully minding my own business, and all of a sudden I'm here, under the thumb again.
You didn't look at me like that. I never wanted you back. I tried to stop them. I just wanted... Someone's coming. Up the path. God, what the hell can she want?
So that's where you went, was it? I'm not surprised.
Shall I go? And again, perhaps not.
It's that blasted woman again.
What woman?
The old bag from the village.
Who?
She reckons she's a psychic.
And is she?
Letty knows you Parker's more like it. You'll have to get rid of her.
Why me?
What?
Why should I have to get rid of her? If you're so damn good, why don't you scare her off?
Don't you think I tried? That old bat's too stupid to be scared.
Can I try?
No. You'd never manage.
You never did have much faith in my abilities, did you?
No. I used to sleep with you, remember?
I never had any other complaints.
You two will have to get rid of her. Ronnie, come with me.
Why? Can't I stay and watch?
No!
Why not?
Because I can't scare her off, and I've had 20 years experience, the last 3 with her.
You're scared, aren't you?
Of course not.
Yes, you are. I've seen you like this before.
No, it's just that
What?
there's something strange about her. think she can see me.
Wonderful, let's call her in.
What is she saying?
No, just get rid of her.
Or what?
Or I'll never let you leave this house again. Either of you.
We'll find a way sooner or later.
Don't underestimate the power of things you can't even begin to understand, Ricky.
I'm beginning to understand that you...
Leave him alone, damn you! Do something! Make her stop! We'll do what you want, anything!
Good boy. Now get rid of her.
How? I can't just tell her to go. She'll be more suspicious than ever.
Do whatever it takes and try and find out what she knows, or what she thinks she knows.
You'll have to let me get to the door.
You'll find you can get to the door, but no further. You, come with me. Ronnie, come on!
I'll see you later.
Vicky, are you okay?
What? Oh, yes, I'm fine. Fine.
Miss Swift just called.
Charlotte, please, young man.
Sorry.
Charlotte has lost one of her books. She thinks she may have dropped it here.
Stupid of me, I know, but it was such a shock seeing you here. I'm most dreadfully sorry to keep pestering you like this.
Oh, no. We're always glad to see our neighbors, aren't we, Vicky?
What? Oh, yes, of course. Forgetting my manners. Would you like to sit down?
Oh, no, I couldn't put you in trouble.
It's no trouble. Please.
Sorry, the chair's a bit damp.
No, I like it. It gives a place atmosphere.
So, have you lived in the village long?
About 3 years. I lived in Astoria most of my life, but now I'm Mrs. and Mrs. Padstow in the village. Perhaps you know her?
No, we're strangers to the area.
Do you know this house well?
Well,
Yes, you said you'd been looking after the place.
did I?
Yes, that's why you have the key.
Oh, I have.
You don't seem very sure.
You're not annoyed.
Why should we be annoyed with what Norris told a few days ago?
We're still not sure.
I beg your pardon.
We're still not sure whether we were wise to buy it.
But it was all we could afford, so.
I see.
Perhaps you could tell us a bit about the place?
Like what?
Well, for example, do you know anything about the previous occupants?
Why do you ask that?
We were told a couple lived here years ago, but Mrs. Eastwood, Beth's the estate agent, said that this house had been empty for 20 years. We're just curious.
Can we put our cards on the table, as it were?
What do you mean?
You know, don't you? You've seen things.
Seen things?
I've seen them too. The lights go on and off. Things are not where you left them. Bangs and crashes. People in the village think I'm crazy, but you've seen them too, haven't you?
Yes, we have.
Oh, this is wonderful. Wonderful. Tell me all about it.
Well, first of all,
Oh, it's just like you said, lights, bangs, things moving.
You've not seen them, have you?
them?
The people who lived here.
No, we haven't.
Ah, pity.
Who were they?
Well, from what I've been able to find out, from looking at local papers at the time, and talking to people in the village, a young couple lived here. Newlyweds, just like yourselves. Of course, the house wasn't quite so run down then. 3 years they lived here, until one morning the postman came with a parcel. He couldn't receive any response, so he left the parcel outside. Nobody would steal anything in those days. But when he made it delivery the next day, the parcel was still there. He knew they hadn't gone away anywhere, so he got suspicious. He went in the back door and found them.
Dead?
Both of them. Poisoned, I believe.
That's terrible. I wish we'd known that before we bought the place.
The police came, but they never found anything. They put it down to a suicide pact.
Suicide? Why?
Search me. Perhaps because they couldn't find any evidence to the contrary.
Perhaps they were right.
Perhaps, but I doubt it. Most locals thought that he was a bit of a womanizer, and that she found out and killed him, and then killed herself the same way.
That's terrible.
How do you know all this?
I told you, local people in the papers, and all the press cuttings. I'm a bit of an amateur psychic, you see. This is the best house I've ever found. I'm sure this place is haunted. The older locals, the ones who were around at the time, won't come up here. And now you've seen them too.
You say you've got all the cuttings?
Yes, I've got a whole scrapbook full.
Could we see them?
Yes, of course, if you want. I'll tell you what, why don't you come down to the village tonight and I'll bring them.
All right, we will.
No, we can't go out tonight, Vicky.
Can't we?
No, we can't. Remember, we have to stay in. We're expecting visitors.
Oh yes, I forgot.
Could you bring them here, you think?
Yes, of course. I'll bring them by in the morning. About 9?
Yes, that's fine.
Good, well, I'll be off.
Oh, Charlotte, before you go,
Yes?
have you ever actually seen a ghost?
Sadly, no. Heard them, seen things move and so on, but
If you had, would you know how to get rid of her?
Her?
Or him? Whichever.
well, never having had the actual practical experience, I couldn't be sure. But I do have plenty of books on the subject, so I could have a try. That's why I came here tonight. I lost my book I wanted to use. It's a rather unusual one. Really very strange.
Maybe we can have a look around while we're clearing up. Maybe it'll turn up.
Let's see, I came in here, I turned around and saw you and dropped my books here. So it should be... Ah, there we are. Marvelous what you can do when you put your mind to it. Retrace your steps, and there you are.
What exactly is the book?
Oh, it's a book called The Spirit World, Paranormal Explained by the chap called Walter Stein. Traditional spiritualist. Think he's a bit too radical in his thoughts.
And you?
Well, I'm a bit more open-minded. I've had some small success with some of his methods. The odd incantations brought me some small results.
Could I borrow it?
You?
Yes, I'm very interested. If we have to live in a haunted house, I'd like to know what we're dealing with.
No, I'm afraid that's impossible.
Oh,
I don't mean to be rude, my dear, but you really shouldn't meddle in things you don't understand. You could try some of the things in this book, and if you got them wrong, who knows the damage you could do?
I got a fair idea.
Pardon?
I said, that's very fair, dear. You don't want to cause any damage, do you, Vicky?
don't I?
Believe me, you don't. I know of cases of untrained people who tried exorcisms, and they never got rid of presents.
Never?
Never.
In that case, keep your book.
Very wise, my dear, very wise. Now, I really must be going. I'll come back in the morning.
I'll see you out. Or my husband will see you out.
Talk tomorrow then.
Tomorrow.
Bye, Charlotte. Oh, she was right.
Charlotte?
No, Jessica. I tried to step onto the driveway, but I couldn't.
What are we going to do?
I don't know yet. We'll just have to bide our time and see if there is anything we can do. We don't appear to be in any danger as long as we do what they say.
This doesn't feel real. I'm not dreaming, am I?
I only wish you were. Why did you say you wanted to borrow her book?
I was intrigued to know why she was so eager to get it back.
Well, it's hers. Why did you hide it again?
I didn't want her to know we'd seen it.
Why not?
There's something funny about that book.
What makes you say that?
I don't know, just a feeling.
Is he here? Ronnie?
No. What about her, Jessica?
No.
Do you think they can hear us now?
I don't know. But I am curious to know why they were in such a hurry to leave when Charlotte arrived.
He may have been. He didn't seem at all bothered.
Wonder if they're scared of her.
Who, Charlotte? Why should they be scared of her? She's a crank.
To you, maybe, but to a ghost? Look what you managed to do by just reading one of her spells at random. You hadn't a clue what you were doing, but she has. Imagine what she might be able to do to them.
I wish we'd managed to hang on to that book. Could have had another go.
I'm glad she took it.
Why?
You tried to get rid of Jessica, and all you managed to achieve was to reincarnate her husband.
I would have gotten the hang of it sooner or later.
By that time, you probably brought back their pet dog, cat, and a couple of sea goldfishes.
There must be something we can do. So you've come back at last, have you?
She's not very nice to me, is she? I get the impression she doesn't like me.
You could be right there.
Could be right. Is she or isn't she?
Yes, she is, and I was talking to her.
Tell her my husband wants to speak with her.
Why? What does he want?
I don't know. I gave up trying to find out what he wants years ago.
Rick, what does she think?
Her husband wants you.
Ronnie?
Oh, we're on first name terms already, are we?
What does he want?
She doesn't know.
Why didn't he come himself?
Oh, for God's sakes, Ricky, tell her to get out!
Have a heart. She's frightened.
I am not! Rick, help me!
What are you doing? Leave her alone!
Ronnie, she's on her way. You take over. And behave yourself.
Okay.
Rick!
Stop. You didn't think I'd let you go that easily, did you?
You can't blame me for trying.
No, perhaps not. Still, funny that you were prepared to run off and leave the little woman, though.
What do you mean?
Well, it's not very chivalrous, is it? You can't care about her that much.
She's my wife. Of course I do.
So, Ronnie's my husband, and I couldn't give a damn about him.
Well, I care about Vicky.
Yet you were prepared to run off and leave her with Ronnie and me.
I was going for help.
Help? Who were you going to get?
I don't know. The police, I suppose.
And what were you going to tell them? I bought this house. It's got 2 ghosts in it.
I don't know. It was a spur of the moment kind of thing.
Come and sit with me. I can make you if I want.
All right.
You just found out one of our little weaknesses, didn't you?
I don't know what you mean.
Come on, Ricky. You're not stupid, nor am I.
Okay. Yes, I think I have.
Well,
You can only control one of us at once, can't you?
very good. It's a pity you didn't realize that quicker. Could have been all the way to the village by now.
But what about Vicky?
Ronnie's looking after Vicky. He fancies her.
What's he doing to her?
Sit down.
Please. What's he doing to her?
I don't know what he's doing to her. And frankly, I don't care.
Aren't you jealous?
Of him? With her?
Yes. Surely you were happy once.
Once, maybe, but that was a long time ago.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh. Still hurts then?
Don't be ridiculous. I couldn't give a damn.
Sounds like it.
All right, if you must know, I got fed up with his succession of women.
What went wrong?
I don't know. He used to travel a lot for business. He was in the record business.
Making them?
Selling them. He used to travel around the country selling all the latest hits to record shops. Once when he was gone, he got a letter from one of them. Stupid little teenage typist. Stereotypical dumb blonde. I asked him straight out when he got back.
And?
Well, he denied it, of course. He reckoned it came to the wrong address.
But you didn't.
Of course I didn't. I started to think back on all the odd times that the phone would ring with wrong numbers. They were obviously his women. He used to phone me from hotels, so I started to ring back. Several times he wasn't even registered.
Why didn't you divorce him?
It wasn't as easy in those days. I kept confronting him about it, and in the end he didn't even bother to deny it. We used to argue incessantly. Looking back, murder was the only answer.
Murder?
Yes.
You killed him?
No, I did. I wish I had. No, he killed me.
I don't believe it.
It doesn't matter what you believe. The evidence is sitting right here before you.
He actually murdered you?
Yes, poison, the police said.
The police?
Yes, I actually watched my own murder investigation. Didn't tell anybody about it though, so I never did find out what happened.
How did he poison you?
Well, we were sleeping in separate rooms by then. Apparently he put this stuff on the doorknob and I absorbed it through my skin.
You're very calm about it.
Well, what can I do? I can hardly get my revenge, can I?
No, I suppose not. How did he die?
Now there I'm not so sure. From what I could learn, he was sloppy. And he got some of the poison on his skin too. Careless of it.
And nobody found out what happened?
Not that I know of.
That woman, Charlotte, she said that the police believed it was a suicide pact.
Tumbling fools.
And the locals.
What about them?
Well, She said that the popular opinion was that you found out about his women and poisoned him
What?
and killed yourself out of remorse.
Ha! If I had killed that creep, which I didn't, remorse would not be my emotion. The party'd still be going on.
But he killed you. Surely you feel bitter.
Well, I did at first. But after a few years, it wears off. Like I said, what's the point? The bitterness I feel is not about him killing me. It's about the way he treated me when I was alive.
And?
And now, thanks to your meddling, I finally have my chance at revenge.
But how?
What's good for the goose, Ricky?
The absolute bitch, the rotten cow.
Took the words right out of my mouth. And don't forget my pig of a husband.
I couldn't care less about him.
Neither could I.
How long have you been married?
6 weeks.
Take my advice, get out while you can.
If only I know what he'd be like before I said yes.
We all change.
But this is so sudden, and it wouldn't be so bad if it was someone I could see. What am I gonna tell my friends? My husband left me. He ran off with a ghost. I could kill him, honestly I could.
That's the last thing you want to do.
Why?
Because then they'd be together. Unless you...
What?
No, nothing.
Never seen him like this with a woman. Is she very attractive or something?
No, very plain. Can't think what I ever saw her.
Where did your marriage start to go wrong?
Almost straight away. Not the same as yours.
What happened?
She didn't like me traveling. I was a salesman for a record company, so I had to go all over the country. She imagined I had a girl in every town.
And did you?
Vicky. Do I look like the sort of bloke who'd cheat on his wife?
Don't ask me. I obviously don't know the difference.
That's anger talking. Look at me. Tell me honestly, is that the way you think I'd behave? I was innocent. I wouldn't mind, but I'd phone her every night. I ask you, would a cheating husband bother to do that?
No, I suppose not.
She used to phone back and check up on me. She claimed that every so often she'd get no reply, or that the hotel would deny all knowledge of me. Between you and me, I think she lost touch with reality. Do you know what she did once?
What?
She wrote a letter to me, supposedly for one of my many girlfriends. She even sprayed it with perfume. Then she posted it to me here, ready to challenge me when I came back. Mad.
What did you do?
I told her not to be so bloody stupid. I mean, it was so obvious. For a start, the letter was typed.
So?
What sort of girlfriend would type a love letter?
Some might. A typist, maybe?
That's what she said. But the thing had been posted in the village. Not only that, but the perfume she used was one I'd bought her for her birthday just before we married.
What did you do?
What could I do? Maybe I should have tried harder to make it work, but I was under a lot of pressure. In the end, she went and slept in the back bedroom. The only time we ever spoke to each other was when she accused me of my latest supposed affair. I gave up denying it in the end. Stupid of me, I suppose, but I never thought she'd stoop to murder.
What did you say?
Which bit?
Could have sworn you said murder.
Yes, that's right.
You saying she killed you?
Yes. Didn't you know?
No, I didn't.
She poisoned me. God knows how. I never used to eat at home.
How did she die?
I hadn't a clue. I don't remember anything until you brought me back.
Nothing at all?
Not a thing. I'm very grateful, you know.
Are you?
Very.
Good. What for?
For bringing me back. Are you glad?
What?
Are you glad I'm back?
Oh. Yes.
And Rick?
Who?
Rick, your husband.
Oh, him. You don't like him, do you?
He's all right. I'm just jealous, that's all.
Jealous?
Yes. I wish Jessica had been like you.
Do you?
Yes. You understand.
Where is he?
What does it matter?
This is insane. I can't believe it. My husband has gone out on a picnic with a ghost.
We can go out as well if you want.
I don't know what I want.
They'll be back soon. Come and sit down.
I don't want to sit down.
Vicky, look at me. Good. Now come and sit with me. dress is far too long.
It's the fashion.
I don't like it. I bet you've got nice legs too. Show me.
What?
Show me your legs.
No, it's not right.
You know you can't resist me, can you?
No.
Then show me your legs. Very nice. A bit higher. Beautiful.
Ronnie, you bastard! Leave her alone!
Trust you, Jesse. You always did it right at the wrong time.
I'll give you wrong time. 20 years in hell haven't changed you a bit.
Being in hell isn't much different from living with you.
What were you doing?
Why should you care?
You're my wife, or had you forgotten?
Yes, don't spoil it by reminding me.
It beats me whatever saw you.
Beats me what she sees in
At
you.
least she doesn't sit around with her skirt around her neck.
So you say I wouldn't know. I can't see her, remember? And she's got lousy legs anyway.
Huh, she's got gorgeous legs. And the extremely short mini dress she wears shows them off to perfection.
Now I know you flipped. Ronnie says she's playing.
Ronnie what?
At least he knows how to treat a woman.
I should think so. From what Jessica tells me, he's had plenty of practice.
He told me that too. She imagined he had loads of girlfriends. That's why she killed him.
Jessica said that... Wait, what did you say?
I said she imagined he had loads of girlfriends. That's why she killed him. Why?
Do you believe him?
Yes, I do. Why?
Because Jessica told me that he killed her.
You believe her?
Yes, I do. Which means...
Which means she's a liar.
Or he is. Or someone else did it.
Do you really think?
It's possible.
And they each think the other one killed them.
But who? Who could have done it?
There's no way we could know that. Could be anyone. Whoever it was probably moved away years ago.
Or died themselves. We've got to tell them.
Who, them?
Yes, before they do each other mischief.
Is that even possible?
And not content with having it off with every woman alive, you now have to start from the grave?
You've no room to talk. It was you who took the husband out for a picnic. Picnic, ha!
Making love to you now that you're dead is probably the same as when you were alive.
Jessica, excuse me.
Stay out of this. I suppose you give her the old, my wife doesn't understand your routine.
Yes, I did, as a matter of fact. It was the truth.
Any woman who doesn't understand you has got a pea brain.
Will you shut up?
What?
I know you can both hear me, so I'll speak to both of you. Ricky and I have been having a little chat.
Oh, Beth.
It seems that you both think you were each murdered by the other, right?
What?
Yes, I remember.
We think we've come up with another possibility.
Well,
Someone else did it. Murdered you both.
ridiculous.
No, Jesse, wait, it's just possible.
Have you any idea who it might have been?
One of your many paramours, darling.
Jesse, if I've told you once, I've told you 100 times.
And I still don't believe you.
It's time to come clean, Ronnie.
What do you mean?
What did he say?
Your wife may not understand you, but I do.
You do?
Times have changed, Ronnie. Women are much more aware these days. Trying to undress somebody else's wife while her husband and your wife are due back any minute is not the way a devoted husband behaves.
He did what? Where is he?
I never said I was devoted.
She's not as stupid as I thought. She's obviously got you such.
Jesse, wait, it's not true.
You might as well admit it, Ronnie. The harm was done 20 years ago.
Vicky, will you please tell me what's going
In
on?
a minute. Be patient.
Okay, I suppose you're right. I'm sorry, Jesse.
I almost believe you mean that.
I mean, what?
I do, really I do.
But why, Ronnie? What did I do wrong?
It wasn't you, it was me. I never grew up. Being in the record business, it was dead easy. There were the days of free love and the permissive society. I was like a kid in a sweet shop.
And it cost us both our
Have
lives.
you any idea who might have wanted you dead?
Well, from what I've just heard, could be half the teenagers on the West Coast.
But why me?
Perhaps one of those sweet young things couldn't live without you. If I can't have her, nobody will.
We'll help you.
We'll help them what?
Find out who the killer is.
How are we going to do that? We were only kids when all this happened.
So,
Vicky, we already agreed that whoever it was is probably either dead or moved away.
we can talk to the locals. Someone must have seen something.
Charlotte already did that. The locals believed that it was a suicide pact or they killed each other. If someone else had been involved, someone would have said something.
Could you make us a list of your friends and acquaintances? And your girlfriends?
Yes. Whatever did happen to your little black book, Ronnie?
I never had a little black book. But yes, we can make up a list.
All right. Suppose I can make a list too.
This is ridiculous. There's no way they're going to be able to remember all of their acquaintances after 20 years.
It's not 20 years ago. It's like it was yesterday.
Is that right?
I'm afraid so. I really am an old woman. I just didn't get any older.
Well, if we do have a list, how are we going to eliminate people?
Perhaps Jesse and Ronnie could start to research people who have died.
No use asking me. I wouldn't know where to start. I've not been back long enough, so I've still learned the tools of the trade.
Nor me.
What about Jessica? Wonderful. Charlotte spends all her days trying to speak to the dead, and they can't even do it themselves.
That's it, Charlotte. She can try. She's coming around in the morning with those press cuttings.
Don't be ridiculous. She's a charlatan.
It's worth a shot. Unless you got any better ideas.
Just make one condition. I don't want to be in this room when she tries. She frightens the life out of me.
We're only talking about 20 years ago. Chances are whoever it was is still alive.
Just make them
Especially if
live.
it was one of my girlfriends.
We can start to research people who are living, and we can start with the locals and gradually work wider.
We'd have to find proof.
Let's worry about that when we find the killer. Come on, let's get some sleep.
All right, super stud. Come on. Guess you and I are in the spare room.
Any sign of her?
Not yet. Take off that apron, you look stupid.
Where's Ronnie?
No idea. Where's Jessica?
Standing right next to you.
It's been quite an experience tidying up while seeing cushions and ornaments apparently floating around the room.
You should worry. And I wish you'd tell her to watch where she's walking.
Now, don't you two start bickering again. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I'd never believe that two women could have an argument when one of them can't even see the other.
What has she been saying?
Nothing. She says she just wishes you'd watch where you're going.
I do. I avoid everything I can see. Maybe if she carries something around, I could avoid her.
And tell her to stop talking about me as though I'm not right here.
It's an idea, Jessica. You could carry something visible, and so could Ronnie. We know where you were. Here, try this.
If you think I'm walking around all day long carrying that thing, you have another thing coming.
What did she say?
She wasn't very keen on that idea.
I said it was a stupid idea.
Is she yelling at me?
How on earth did you know that?
Woman's intuition. Tell her to go to hell.
Will you two please behave? We're supposed to be working together to find the killer, remember? Now, Vicky, say sorry to Jessica.
I'm sorry.
That's Beth. Now, Jessica, say sorry to Vicky.
It's stuffed.
Tell her I accept her apology.
You can tell her yourself.
I'd rather you told her.
Very well. Jessica, Vicky accepts your apology.
I didn't apologize. I've nothing to be sorry about.
Jessica accepts your apology too.
I'll just run.
Time for me to depart.
You can stay if you want.
No thanks. I told the psychics give me the creeps.
What about Ronnie?
Ronnie can stay with me.
Good morning, good morning. And how are we today?
Hi, here, let me take your coat.
Thank you. It's really cold this morning.
Morning, Charlotte. Thanks for coming. Please, sit down.
Would you like a coffee?
Oh, yes, please, dear. And even if you like a chill.
All right, I'll make you one. How do you like it?
Strong, please. No milk or sugar. Rick?
Please.
Oh, thank you. That was quick.
It's instant coffee.
Hey, I had the kettle on when you arrived. I only had to put it.
Lovely.
Did you bring the press cuttings?
All right here. This one is from the Daily Express. The local papers were quite keen on it for a couple of days, but they soon lost interest. This is the husband, Ronald, and this over here is the wife, Jessica.
She's very attractive. Not at all plain.
No, they're both quite good looking, judging by the photographs.
Huh, yes. He looks quite good in a flashy sort of way, of course.
Yes, I can see why women found him attractive.
Sad, really. His attraction was part of his downfall. This is from one of the local papers. It's closed down now, but I managed to get these by foraging through their archives. This is the police chief who was in charge of the case. A dreadful man, I assure you. Bumbling and incompetent. He's the one who came up with the idea of the suicide pact.
Have you spoken to him?
No, he's dead now.
Doesn't seem as though you agree with the suicide pact theory.
Oh, I don't.
Why not?
Well, he's supposed to have had all these girlfriends, yes?
Yes.
None of them ever came forward.
I don't see what that
Which
helps you.
cast doubt on whether or not he had any girlfriends in the first place. Despite that, it was a troubled marriage.
How do you know?
Well, I've spoken to everyone I could find who knew them. It was not a happy marriage, believe me. After the first flush, of course. I'm led to conclude, therefore, that she killed him, merely because she thought he was being unfaithful to her.
Seems reasonable.
And who killed her?
Well, about that, I'm not quite so certain. She probably killed herself, though whether it was out of remorse or fear of capture or possibly even by accident is really unsure. And will probably always remain unsure.
Yes, that all sounds very plausible.
That's absolute rubbish. I didn't kill him. She's got it all wrong.
Dreadfully cold
All right,
today.
I'll go, but I'll be listening.
Sorry about that.
About what?
The cold, I should have turned up the heating.
Oh, no matter. This is kind of the funeral.
Where did you get that?
Mr. Shorter, the chap who took photographs of local papers, ran a photography business in the village. He let me rummage through his attic and got his old photographs.
How do you know it was from their funeral, Jesse and Ronnie? It could have been anyone.
It's written on the back. Mr. Shorter was very meticulous.
Who are these people?
Well, those are his family, his brother and his sister, and these are her family and her two sisters.
And what about these?
That chap's someone he worked with, and that's her bridesmaid on the wedding.
And these three?
I'm not sure about those three. As you can see, their faces aren't particularly well represented, and I tried to trace them down, but I could never find them.
Perhaps they were the missing girlfriends.
Oh, I doubt that. As I said, we tried to track them down with every way we could, but everything came up with nothing, and they probably wouldn't turn up at the funeral.
No, perhaps you're right.
And that's about it, I believe. The rest of the photographs are much the same thing. You're welcome to borrow them if you like, as long as I get them back.
Yes, thanks. We'll get them back to you. Don't worry.
You believe this house is haunted, don't you?
Oh, yes. That's why I stayed here for several years.
And I presume you think it's the dead couple that haunts the place?
Possibly both. Maybe just one.
What exactly have you seen here?
Well, not a great deal in the spiritual sense. I mean, the lights go on and off on their own, but that isn't particularly important. I've been in many houses where similar things happen all the time.
So what draws you to this house particularly?
Well, young man, there's something about this house. Atmosphere. Something that's difficult to explain to the uninitiated. Unless, of course, you've experienced it.
No, we haven't, have we, Rick?
Not a thing.
Well, there you have it, you see, but I have. Sometimes it's just like a cool breeze, but the air is quite still. Sometimes it's a warm, overpowering presence, but it's there all right. I know it is.
Have you ever tried to exercise it?
Oh, no, of course not, my dear. I don't want to get rid of it. I want to bring it back. I want to see it, talk to it. There's so much to be learned.
What about a seance? Have you tried that?
No, I have not. A seance requires at least 3 people, and the locals, unfortunately, tolerate my eccentricity rather than cooperate with it.
We could do it with you.
Vicky.
We could. It's our house after all. It's only proper that we should.
I couldn't ask you. Could I?
Yes, please. We want to. Don't we, Rick? Don't we, Rick?
Yes, I suppose so.
Very well, we'll do it.
What do we need?
Well, we'll need a medium. I have one in my car and a glass. Perhaps you can move that table under the light, and I'll go to get my car and get the board.
You said she was plain.
Oh,
Jessica!
so?
She didn't exactly look plain. You lied to me.
So you'd only have worried.
Worried?
I don't believe it. A Ouija board.
You may scoff, young man, but it can be quite effective. Now, if you'll both sit to either side of me, you sit here, my dear.
Shouldn't we have the lights dimmed or something?
Whatever for. Now, if you'll both put the index finger of your right hand on top of the glass next to mine.
Come on, Rick.
Now concentrate.
What on?
Rick!
Is there anybody there? Is there anybody there?
Of course there bloody well is. You already know that.
Yes, yes, I'm beginning to feel it.
Vicky, both hands on the table, please.
What's happening?
Oh, the presence, can't you feel it?
I can't feel a thing.
I'm beginning to feel something.
Good, excellent, we're getting through. Who is there? Tell us, who is there?
Nothing's happening.
Patience, my dear, patience. Can you hear me? Tell us who is trying to get through.
For God's sakes, let's put this silly cow out of her misery.
J. E. S. Jessica.
It's her. It's the wife.
Hooray! Go to the top of the class.
Rick, did you do that?
No, Vicky, she's here. That is, I think she's here. Yeah.
It's you. She's communicating through you.
Never guessed.
Now what do we do?
I don't know. You're the psychic.
Ricky, this is a complete waste of time. She may think she's making some major breakthrough, but we're no further along than we were last night.
Maybe you could try communicating with the husband.
I'll give it a try. You keep concentrating on the wife. Don't let her go.
Don't worry. I have no intention of going anywhere.
Her presence is very powerful. Did you feel that?
Yes, I felt it all right.
What about the husband?
All in good time. This is wonderful, wonderful. Now, dears, fingers on the glass. Is there anybody else there? We want to speak to Ronald. Is Ronald there?
Ronnie, you're wanted.
Is it safe?
Of course it's safe. This old bat's completely mad.
Leave him alone, Jesse. He's married.
What's she doing?
What's you doing?
My wife. What's she doing?
Oh, this is marvelous. The husband's communicating through your wife.
This is pathetic.
We agreed to give it a try, Jesse.
I know we did, but it's a complete waste of time.
Not necessarily. See if she can raise anyone else.
Like who?
Like our killer, Jesse. That's what we're here for, isn't it? Pretend you're me.
I want to find my killer.
What?
I want to find my killer.
This can't be happening. If this is some sort of joke.
It's not, no joke. That's not Vicky talking.
Is that really Ronald?
Yes, I want to find my killer.
But your wife killed you. It was in all the papers.
Tell her I didn't do it.
Tell her Jesse didn't do it.
Tell her.
I didn't do it!
No, Jessica did not kill me. Tell her someone killed us both.
No! Someone killed me too! Both of us!
No, it's not true. She did it. She's the one. Jessica.
What the hell's wrong with her?
Wait a minute. I know her. It's not Charlotte, it's Tracy.
Who the hell's Tracy?
She was a typist I knew in San Francisco. Tracy Black.
One of your non-existent girlfriends.
Yes. Tracy, is that you?
What did we do?
Of course. She wanted me to leave you. She wanted to marry me. She must be the killer.
You are not Charlotte, you are Tracy Black.
No.
Tracy Black, our killer.
I didn't mean it, Ronnie. It was her I was after. If she was dead, we could have been together. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I almost feel sorry for her. Almost.
Why did you do it?
I loved him. I really did. I would have done anything for him. Anything. But he wouldn't divorce her. In the end, I gave him an ultimatum. Her or me. He told me that he didn't love me. That he really loved her. So I killed her. So simple. It was the only way out. But it all went wrong.
Bitch, ask her how.
How did you do it?
My brother was a scientist with some secret government place in the Lake District. He got me the poison. It was what they call the contact poison. It's absorbed through the skin and its effects are almost immediate. I made plans with Ronnie to meet the next day in San Francisco, so I knew he wouldn't be at home. Then I traveled up here. Then I put some poison on the milk bottle on her front porch in the morning. And I watched and waited. I saw her come out and pick the bottle up. It was perfect.
Except that I never went to San Francisco.
When I knew she had touched the bottle, I got the next train back to San Francisco to meet Ronnie. The perfect alibi. Except Ronnie never arrived. He was here the whole time. Why did you go, Ronnie? Why?
Yes, Ronnie. Why didn't you go?
I was going to. I packed my bags and everything. The irony of all this is that just as I was about to leave, I realized what a pillock I was being. Gallivanting around the country, chasing after girls like a teenager. I decided I'd been an absolute bastard, and I was determined to make it up to you. I made a resolution there and then. No more women. I loved you when I married you, and I realized I still did. I thought we could spend the rest of our life together.
We managed to do that all right. All 8 hours of it.
It's not fair.
Can you really speak to them?
Yes, Jessica appeared to Rick soon after we arrived, and then when you left that book, I had to go at getting rid of her and conjured up Ronnie.
Can you see them?
I can see Jessica and Vicky can see Ron.
But not the other way around.
No.
And between you, you set me up.
We didn't mean to. We had no idea it was you. We didn't know who it was.
We just thought maybe the official verdict was wrong. We wanted you to try to contact people who might have known more. The killer even.
You did that all right. Can they hear me?
Every word.
Where are they now?
Ronnie's here.
And Jessica's over here.
Jessica, I am so terribly sorry. I was a love-struck teenager. I didn't know what I was doing.
Keep her away from me.
So all this psychic stuff is just a front?
No, I really am a psychic. I first noticed at the funeral. I was
You were there?
Yes, I was one of the 3 in the photograph. Luckily, the police never traced me.
Why, of all the bloody nerve, she kills us and then comes to the funeral.
I had to be close to Ronnie one last time. I was sitting there in that cemetery, and it was deafening. Voices, hundreds of them, and all from beyond. I made a promise that day to contact Ronnie. I need him to understand. I need his forgiveness. Say you forgive me, Ronnie.
Like hell I do.
And if it matters at all, neither do I.
Did he say anything?
Yes, but not what you wanted to hear.
Jessica? Vicky?
What?
It's Jessica. I can't see her. She just disappeared.
What? Oh my God, so is Ronnie.
What do you think we should do with her?
Revenge is a futile emotion, Jesse.
But very satisfying.
What's going on?
We don't know, they disappeared.
Oh no, they're still here. I can feel them.
Well, you're gonna feel us all right. May I go first, Ronnie?
Be my guest.
Right, you cow. Take that! Ronnie, she's blocking me. I can't get near her.
Oh no, you can't do that. I may not be able to see or hear you, but I've learned far too many tricks for you to hurt me.
What's going on?
They're trying to exact their revenge.
Be careful, they're very powerful.
So am I. I've met many malevolent spirits over the years. They can't hurt me.
It's no use. You try.
I can't move.
Ronnie,
Jessica.
I see they've given up. Very wise. Presume they're back with you?
yes.
If you care anything from me at all, you'll get her.
Now hold on a minute. We said we'd help you find the killer. I'm no murderer.
No, nor me. This is a job for the police.
The police? Ha! What are you going to tell them? They closed this case years ago.
Well, they can reopen it.
Based on what? A seance? You're talking to the dead? It's you they'd lock up, not me.
She's right, you know.
Of course I'm right. Was wrong about you, Ronnie. We never got along, would we? At least, still, I got you out of my system.
Do something.
Do something.
There's
Like
nothing
what?
you can do. There's no evidence. I'm just an eccentric psychic. Nobody believes me. In the morning, I'll be going on. You two. I mean, 4. We'll just have to get along as best you can.
Ricky, will you give her a message for me?
Yes. What?
Ask her if there's any way we could harm her.
Charlotte. Tracy.
Charlotte will do. I've grown quite used to it. What do you want?
Jessica wants to know if there's any way they could harm you.
Surely I've demonstrated that already. There's no way on this earth they could harm me.
That's what I thought. No way on this earth. But we can wait, can't we, Ronnie?
Oh yes, Jesse. We can wait.
What did she say?
She said, they'll be waiting for you. You can't live forever.